Isn't it the positive limit? Her own engagement party and she's not here. What did they say at the stables?
Hadn't seen her since noon. She helped load Playboy in the van.
Playboy, always Playboy. What are you going to do with the girl when she goes cuckoo over a racehorse? I bet she's completely forgotten this party. What do you think?
I wouldn't know, Mr. Drake. She's your daughter. I'm only going to marry her.
And you have my sincere sympathy. I'm going to get a drink.
Back again?
Same old Linda's still in there stalking you.
No hunting allowed. Season's closed.
Oh, not for me. Not till you start ducking rice in old shoes.
Be careful. I might take you seriously.
Can I depend on that?
Not until I've consulted my lawyers. Hey, by the way, do you know what's happened to Babs?
Maybe she jilted you. I hope.
And what's the reason for that crack?
Oh, no reason for it. I'm just in love with you. Come on, let's dance.
Sorry, but somebody's got to stay here and make excuses for Babs. Old man Drake's going to get potted, and I'm hooked.
You won't know the meaning of that word until I hook you.
Two champagne cocktails, please.
Listen, Denny. Speaking of racehorses, when you make a bet, how do you pick your horse?
Is this a gag?
I was never more serious.
Well, I study the form charts. I try to find out about past performances, and I try
Exactly. Why don't you try the same thing with a wife? Ask yourself, how does she handle at the barrier? Can she go the distance, or is she just a sprinter? And how does she run in the stretch? Choosing a wife deserves just as much thought as picking a racehorse.
Well, I've always made my biggest winnings by playing my hunches. Uh-oh. There's Papa Drake over there waving an SOS. He probably wants me to join him for congratulations. Do you mind?
I mind taxes and bad weather, too, but what can I do about it?
Two champagne cocktails. Will the gentleman be back?
Not tonight, but he'll be back.
Thank you, madam.
Oh, not so fast. I'll use that one, too. I need it.
2 hours late and she spends 15 minutes powdering her nose.
It was worth it. Just look at her.
Oh, it looks like a lovely party. I'm so glad I made it. Having a good time, darling? Hello, Dad.
Barbara, this is a fine time to show up.
You've had us all out of our minds.
Now, don't scold me. Just couldn't be
Well,
helped.
now, what couldn't be helped?
I suppose it was Playboy again.
Well, I just had to ride up in the van with him to be sure that they
They
put
bedded him down and kissed him good night, eh?
Well,
Oh, 15 rounds, no decision. Come on, honey. There's a lot of bored people out there that want to tell you how lucky you are to be engaged to me.
Yes, I'll say she's lucky. With me, I'd take her back to the stables.
Let's get in,
Look,
sweetie.
there's Baz. Hello, Baz.
Well, Come on, darling. Get it off your mind. Tell me all about Playboy.
He was simply thrilling this morning. He went 3 quarters and 1:15 and 2, just galloping.
Is that so?
But when we started loading him in the van, he acted up so badly, I just had to ride along with him.
Let's get this straight, darling. Do you love me or do you love Playboy?
Oh, I love you both. In different ways, of course.
Well, I wouldn't even mind that if you were a great horse like Man of War or Seabiscuit.
Please, Denny, do we always have to argue over Playboy?
That's just the trouble. He's interfering with our happiness. Your whole life revolves around him. His moods are your moods. And if he isn't right, you get upset and irritable. And then I get upset and we snap at each other. We're leading Playboy's life, not our own.
Why, Denny, you sound jealous.
Jealous? How'd you like to wake up some morning and find that you had a horse for competition?
Oh, Denny, after all.
Miss Drake, would you mind stepping outside where we can discuss this matter sensibly?
All right, but who ever heard of sensible talk in the moonlight?
It's a lovely party. Everyone is gay. I should take a part in it, but I can't put my heart in it. With you on my mind, with you still in my heart, how can I start a new romance? A new romance would never stand a chance. With you in my
Frenchman.
I'm the Swiss Robin Hood.
I am Boris Nogu.
I'm the roughest and toughest of Frenchmen.
Aha! On his ranch on the Rue de la Pooh,
The bulls, they give thee milk. The cows, they parley moo.
the bulls give milk.
And it's grade A, too.
Oh, yippee-yee, yippee-yi, yippee-yoo-la-la.
Yippee-yi-yoo, yam. Yippee-yi-yoo.